The second step of constructing index number is selection of base year. Yes, once we fix up the scope or purpose of index number, now the natural step is to fix the base year. Understand that index number is study of economic variables through changes, which means for a specific study or for a specific economic variable, we try to identify the changes from one time frame to another time frame, which means from base year to current year. Now it is very important to fix base year. Now why it is so important to fix base year? Because in the whole index number study, base year now becomes your reference year. With this base year, all other years comparisons are made. So let's say for a study, I make a base year 2010. So with 2010, I'll try to study 2011, 2012, 2013. So all those years comparisons, all those years changes will be in reference to 2010. So base year is basically also known as reference year, and all other years comparisons are made with that year. Now understand, can I take base year as year 1990 and study 2020? Well, 1990 to 2020 is a span of 30 years. And there are a lot of changes happens. There are economic changes, there are social, there are changes in every angle. So to fix up a base, the base year should not be very past or very far from the present year. Or in other words, the base year should be chosen not from a distant past. Another point which I believe, your base year should be normal. What do you mean by a base year being normal? Well, let's say in a specific year there are certain natural calamities has happened, like an earthquake or a tsunami or flood or famine has happened. Now that year everything got disturbed, the whole economy got disturbed. So if we take that year as a reference year, all my other calculations will not show me a realistic picture. So my base year must be a normal year. In nutshell summary, the second step of constructing index number is to fix base year or selection of base year. Well, base year is also known as reference year. With this year, all other years comparisons are made. Understand, the selection of base year must be a normal year. What do you mean by a normal year? A year in which there are no natural calamities or there is no economic disturbance of a greater level. Similarly, you should not take base year a very far distance in the past. It should be a near ones. In fact, in real life, for a lot of index numbers, the base years are keep on changing. This change in base year is happened in order to account for changes in economic structures and relative prices of the commodities. I'll give you an example. Earlier, for wholesale price index, or I would say IIP, that is index of industrial production or produce, the base year was year 2004-2005. Now that base year has been shifted to 2011-2012. Similarly, for gross domestic produce, the base year reference was 2004-2005. It has changed to 2011-2012. Generally, it's a pattern that anytime between 7 to 10 years, we change the reference or base year. The very reason that these changes in reference year and base years are done in this nationwide index numbers by Government of India, the statistical organization, is to account for the changes happening in economic structures, or there are changes in relative prices of the commodity. So in order to handle those, every 7 to 10 years, those index numbers, base years are changed. Now, it's almost a time where we are seeing that the base year is about to change for most of the economic parameters or economic index numbers.